Welcome back to the podcast. We asked the question, what makes you happy? My name is Jake Pearson, and today we have with us a limitless life coach, YouTuber, and author who supports people to create and clear the path from where they are to where they want to be. We have Emily Joan Smith from Cambridge, England. Emily, pleasure to have you. How are you?
It's my pleasure. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really good today, actually. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing phenomenal. Had a really long day, but excited to talk about all things that make you happy, Emily. Could you start with that?
What makes me happy is doing the things that excites me but scares me at the same time. So, for example, this right now. I told you before we came on, I was a little bit nervous for it, but also this excites me, talking to people who are like-minded, who are on my vibe. But if there's something that scares you and excites you, you should do it, because that's where you meet the best people, that's where you're most proud of yourself, and it aligns you with your purpose and your happiness. So, yeah.
So you could really say that just getting out of that comfort zone it is scary, but it does make you happy and leaves you feeling a bit fulfilled.
Definitely getting out of your comfort zone, but not just for any sake, but for the sake of your happiness, for the sake of your purpose, for the sake of, just doing what you want to do and not letting your fear get in the way of you.
Yeah, and then that's a big one, fear getting in the way. And it is reasonable. Fear exists for a reason, to help us stay alive first and foremost, but to make sure that we're being rational as well. But there is a thing as too much fear. Don't you agree?
Definitely. Fear, like you said, is there for a reason, but also we have this a bazillion, however many years old brain trying to keep us alive. But it's out of sync. It's out of sync of what we're doing now. It's there to keep us alive, but also it's not there to stop us from seeking our happiness, creating our happiness. So
absolutely, it's not keeping up. We have advanced so quickly as a society and a race that our brain is just anxiety, worry, fear. Oh, don't do this, don't do that. You may die, and you're like, just relax. I'm just going out for a social outing, and I'm like, oh, the brain, no, chill. But yeah, we'll get there. Hopefully, we'll catch up.
Yeah, no, and on the same line as fear as well, I think that's where I found my happiness, is overcoming these fears. So the biggest weight you'll ever lose is the weight of people's opinions. But that's a fear, people pleasing, it's a fear of rejection. But where I found most happiness is hanging out with my best friend, and we are literally the weirdest people, goofiest people, the craziest people on earth, but there's no fear there, doing weird things in public with her, because there's no judgment, there's no and you'll find those people in your life as well. But that definitely brings me happiness, just hanging out with those people who, your inner child can just sing, dance, scream, be weird, do whatever.
I can think of this one. My best friend is very much the same. We say things that I would not say to other people. I just act, and he acts in ways that I'm just like, I can't believe you still act like this. But I'm like, well, it is what it is. It's just who we are. We're just goofy, the same thing. We do those weird things. But what would you say to our audience, and you, from your life experience, that may be struggling with finding happiness in their lives? What would your advice be to them?
So one of the things I would definitely say is create happiness. Don't wait for it. Don't wait to find it. It's like that whole phrase of, I'm going to find myself. Don't wait to find yourself, create yourself. Take that responsibility. Take that responsibility for your happiness in your life, because if you put that responsibility into an outer source, whether that's, a goal that you're going to achieve later on, or in the future, or someone else's validation, you will never have that power to create that happiness for yourself. So take that responsibility, take that power, and create a life that is full of happiness for yourself. Don't wait for it. Don't wait to find it. Don't wait to stumble upon it. Create it. Take that responsibility. And that's what I would definitely say to someone struggling.
Wonderfully said. Create your happiness. Emily, thank you so much for sharing all things that make you happy. It's been an absolute pleasure to do this podcast with you.
No, thank you, honestly. And what you're doing is incredible and helping so many people. So I appreciate you as many other people do too. So thank you.
Thank you, Emily. Thanks for listening to the podcast. We hope it gives you something to think about on your quest to discover what makes you happy. Make sure to check out whatmakesyouhappypodcast.com to connect with today's guest and follow us on all our social media platforms and to stay up to date at what's happening next at What Makes You Happy. Don't forget to share this episode with a friend, and we'll see you next time.